Greetings, class. This week we will continue to move through the 3D of a person. Remember the personal dimension, the environmental dimension, and the time dimension that we talked about last week? You might want to put a tab or something to mark page 12 from last week in the text. This will help you as a reference when you are looking at other chapters. We're going to be talking about theories. In Chapter 2, we talk about theoretical perspectives on human behavior. Theories are also known as ideas about why people behave the way they do and how a social worker can use specific tools to identify areas of concern or need with a client. Some of the theories we'll look at will be the systems approach and how a person interacts with various systems such as the family system, the community, and how all of the parts of our universe and people come together to make a whole working system. We'll look at the conflict perspective and see how competition for resources and power influences us. One of the ones that's the most important is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs on page 64. This will be something you see over and over in social work. It helps us determine where to begin in the helping process. You will want to know it for years to come. There are several other perspectives in Chapter 2 as well. In Chapter 3, we begin looking at the basic human being, graphics and all. The biological person is the first of three personal dimensions. These dimensions are known as the biological, the psychological, and the spiritual. One of the premises that I ascribe to, and you'll hear me say often, is that social workers must first view people as human. As humans, we have much in common, but we are all very unique. I also want to take the time to give you some ideas about the best ways to read these chapters. The first best way is to look at the cues available in the chapter. Things like bolded or highlighted words. Those can be very helpful to you. Use the exhibit boxes like the one on page 46, 57, or 63, just as an example. These are also very helpful. It might help to read all of the bolded letters, boxes, and examples first, and then go back to the very beginning of the chapter, reading the entire chapter from beginning to end. Look at the key terms on page 68, for example. Do you have a pretty good understanding of what those mean? It's most important to read for understanding rather than memorization. The quizzes are based on whether you understand the material, not whether you've memorized the words. Understanding is most important. Have a great week. Remember, everything is due by Monday, June the 22nd at 11:59.
Created using Powtoon.